Good morning. It's about time for me to leave Mesa Verde at 8 a.m., looking out over that stunning dawn view. Back to civilization for the final time. I don't really want to go. So the mountain is cold, the air is thin, and I've been rained on 2 days of the 2 days I've been here. Yet Mesa Verde has actually been phenomenal. Even though they had all those closures and whatnot yesterday morning, which made me pretty upset, the rest of it was a fantastic experience. And another important thing is that I have slept like a baby the whole time I've been here. It's been incredible. I feel so well rested. Just days worth of exhaustion lifted off of me. On the flip side, I can't see past the sun, so I actually have to lower my window in order to turn left. That is a new experience for me. I've only seen one bus since I got here, and somehow I've managed to get stuck behind it. Well, I guess there's no chance now of me getting to the visitor center before they open. Welcome to the idyllic town of Hesperus, with all the autumn leaves. It's a shame that wreck happened here so long ago. And I'm back in beautiful New Mexico, driving down this little country highway, heading toward Farmington. There's no direct route between Mesa Verde and Santa Fe that includes a supercharger, unless you go on this long network of back roads. So that's going to be most of my day today. In case we haven't had enough Native American history this trip, welcome to the Aztec Ruins National Monument. This is another Pueblo site. In this case, rather than down in a canyon, it's up on top, and it's very large. Look at the size of this thing. Wow. This is easily the same size as any of the ones that I visited in Mesa Verde. Obviously the condition is a little worse. They had to excavate it because it was basically just a mound and some bricks before, but it's enormous. It's roughly contemporaneous with the Mesa Verde sites, so 1100s, 1200s. It was abandoned rather suddenly at 1290. Even with all of this, it remains only about half excavated. And there's the Great Kiva. It was reconstructed during this excavation in order to show just how massive and grand it would have been. I'm pretty sure I can go inside it. Here's one massive kiva, this one not reconstructed. Look at how many posts there are to hold up the roof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it looks like 10 posts. So a lot bigger than any of the ones that we saw at Mesa Verde. But here, this is the big one. That was probably the ancestral Pueblo equivalent of a cathedral. Haven't seen any of that size in any of the ruins I visited. Incredible. It always amazes me that these lintels are still here. This wood is 1,000 years old. Looks like there's some restoration work going on. Here's another massive kiva. These people really did not build small, did they? That's just to provide a scale for this place. It's enormous. Watch your head. Tell me about it. For context, my head is probably about up here. And it's not that these people were small. Turns out that the Pueblo folks were about, 5'6", 5'7" for men, maybe a little shorter for women. That's no justification for a door this small. They just got used to ducking. So there's a few of these remaining and/or reconstructed rooms, just to give us an idea of what it was like to be inside one of these places. It's actually very firm and cozy. I bet that with, a couple little fires lit here and there, you could get through pretty much any winter and feel a little shade during the summer. I imagine it did the job very well. And here's one more little family unit. There's a kiva. There's a gallery around the kiva, and there's even evidence of some more rooms surrounding it here. This one looks to be only a little bit excavated, so who knows how many more ruins stretch out beyond this site. This, plus that huge kiva, and it is amazing that this place doesn't have the notoriety of Mesa Verde or Chaco Canyon. And all abandoned at around the same time for presumably similar reasons. The folks I spoke to in the visitors center indicated that there's really no consensus that it could have been drought, it could have been social pressure, or it could have just been some sort of cultural desire to move on to a different place. The descendants of these people, or those who claim to be the descendants of these people, live along the Rio Grande Valley or on the Hopi Mesa, and so it seems like they just moved south to more populated regions. And they claim that they left just because it was time for them to move on. But I tend to think people in a happy place don't just get up and leave. So, droughts, social tension, maybe just, like the Dust Bowl, everybody driving off to California hoping for something better. But look at what they left behind. Speaking of Chaco Canyon, what exciting times we live in. Formerly, there was no good way to get there with a Tesla. The superchargers were just laid out in such a way that you couldn't quite get there and get back. A lot like Big Bend in Texas. But now, Tesla has, very recently, as of actually while I was on this trip, released a converter between CCS fast charging and Tesla fast charging, which is neat because there is a CCS fast charger that one can get to via Electrify America that would get my car to Chaco Canyon and back. So that might be something to think about in the spring, since it's only a good day and a half's drive from Austin. So cool. I'm glad I live close enough to these things that I can sort of go visit them whenever I want now. But speaking of leaving things behind, it's time for me to leave all of this behind and start the last few legs back home. Gonna stop off in Santa Fe for a couple days, and then it's back to Austin. I am gonna miss this place, and I'm sure that I'll be back. Before I do that, though, I need to find a nice place to give me some coffee, preferably with a little cayenne in it, because this all has me feeling spicy. I see stumps of this size, and I always think that is a damn shame, because these massive trees are so hard to get back, and they're so pleasant to be around. Look at this mug. I want this mug. Ho 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 ho. I can buy this mug. Hello again. Good to see I didn't leave you behind. I'm not sure if I'm seeing this right, but I think there are piles of snow on this highway. It's either that or dirt, but it really does look like snow. What? Where did that come from? It's 60. Oh, it's getting colder. 57 degrees out. All right. Maybe it is snow. Crazy. Here I go, crossing the Rio Grande once again. Back on this side of the country. This is near El Llanito. I'll be heading north to Santa Fe. It'll take me about 30 minutes to get there. I can see the end of the driving. It's days from now, but I can see it. I'm gonna need to walk everywhere for a while. Well, isn't this a cute little place? I'm at the Las Palomas Hotel here in Santa Fe, and it's just the nicest little thing. I like it. It's like a little Pueblo. All right. I got 3 nights here, during which time I will be probably exploring Santa Fe a little bit, seeing yet a few more Native American ruins, heading over to Los Alamos to see what kind of scientific stuff is available for the public to look at, and maybe buying some art, because this seems like the place to do it. But first, I need a rest, I need a workout, and I need to not drive for a little while. Yeah, this is nice.